Okay, I'm back here. I'm sorry if I stopped there at 10 minutes 25 seconds, but I only had like 12 minutes 23 seconds left on my camera. Here I have 13 more, so at least I can get a little bit more out. But like I was saying in the first video, you know, for Bischoff to say what he did, whether it's in character because of what he's being portrayed as on TNA television, or it's, you know, just how he feels, the truth is, we're the ones, like I said, that shelve out $20 to $55, up to $55 of our own money sometimes to watch a pay-per-view, whether it's TNA or WWE. And the reason we do it is not because we love wrestling, it's because we want to see if the storylines can prove us wrong or prove us right. That's right. We want to see if maybe people, that the creative writing team behind the scenes, either it's a guy like Vince Russo or somebody, whoever the hell is working behind the scenes at WWE, we want to see if maybe they could prove us right by doing exactly what we read about and predict, or if they could prove us wrong by throwing us that curveball and saying, hey, look what we did and you guys didn't see that coming. I mean, let's take for example Nexus. That's a good example of doing something we never saw coming. We never saw coming. I mean, all we knew after season 1 of NXT, all we knew is that Wade Barrett was the winner and Wade Barrett was going to get a championship shot down the line. That's all we knew. And also maybe we knew eventually Daniel Bryan was going to probably feud with The Miz. Never once did we see the Nexus group being formed. Never once did we see all the season 1 athletes coming together to form this group. We never saw that. Okay? Nor did we see at Hell in a Cell, and again, this is another good example of throwing us the curveball, nor did we see John Cena losing to Wade Barrett and becoming part of Nexus. We never saw that coming. Now, TNA, I don't know exactly what they're doing, honestly. I mean, yes, I'll give them credit. We never saw Matt Morgan turning face. Never saw that coming. We knew eventually somebody in the Immortals Fortune group, yeah, would turn face, but we never saw Matt Morgan turning face. And I don't think, and you know, quite honestly, I don't think it was because of Ken Anderson getting that concussion and that injury. I think it's because they probably had Matt Morgan planned to be turning face, but probably later on down the road, not immediately, but it seems to be working for them. Right? He needs to be working for them. Nor did we see Jeff Hardy becoming part of the Immortals group. Some people say that that was a last-minute decision on Vince Russo's part. Okay, fine, we never saw that coming. That's, for both companies, that's two examples of things we never saw coming. But WWE, I will give credit, gave us another thing we didn't see coming, and that was at SummerSlam when Daniel Bryan was the 7th member of Team WWE. We never saw that coming. Alright? So in a way, that's the kind of writing they need to get to. They need to find a way to throw us off, okay? That's what they need to do. That's the kind of writing that's more original than repeating the same old storylines and crap that you've seen, you know, over the past 20 years. 15 to 20 years. I mean, come on. Who wants to see another NWO ripoff, especially with the Immortals / Fortune group? Who wants to see that? Who wants to see another version of HBK, JBL, Virgil, Ted DiBiase? Who wants to see that? Nobody. Nobody wants to see any of this. But yet we're still seeing it because apparently, I guess in the minds of the writers of both companies, apparently it's what the fans want. You know what I think? You know what fans I think they're talking about? I think they're talking about the newer fans. The fans, the young kids, you know, that are really getting into the sport now. The young, you know, young adult marks, you know, that are getting into it. That's what they're doing. It's for the new people that, you know, were growing up, or weren't even, or, you know, not even growing up, but were not even born yet. And when the NWO deal happened, they want to. That's why you're seeing a lot of this thing, because it's for a new generation that's never seen it. I mean, us wrestling fans, we've seen it before, so we have an idea of exactly what the kind of outcome we could see. Now, like I said, there have been times where both companies have thrown us off. Give them credit there, but a majority of the time, what we've predicted has come true in some way. We've all seen it coming. I mean, when Daniel Bryan started feuding with The Miz, we knew eventually when that feud began earlier this year, that sometime down the line, Daniel Bryan was going to win the United States title. We all saw that coming. His first shot, he was going to win it. And he did. We all saw that coming. So come on. You know, here's the thing. The people at TNA that run TNA, the people that run WWE, you guys know who you are. If you're always wondering why us fans come on sites like YouTube and Daily Motion, and we go to sites like PWI Torch, you know, if you're wondering why we're always saying bad things about your company, and we're always saying this is what's wrong with it, this is what's wrong with it, here's the deal. You need to stop with these, you know, you're wondering why? It's because you're using the same crap over again. Look, here's what I would have done if I was you. TNA, here's what I would have done. Yes, I would have done what you did at Bound for Glory. I hate to say it, yes, I would have had they be revealed as who they were. Yes, I would have started the faction. But here's what I would have done. At Turning Point, I would have took some of the matches involving the Immortals and Fortune, and instead of giving the Immortals and Fortune basically a clean sweep throughout the whole night, I would have taken some of those big matches that were important to them and put a dent in them, is what I would have done. I would have put a dent in those matches. Matches of Fortune. Here's what I would have done. I would have had Fortune lose that match to where the member of the team gets fired. I would have done that. And I would have had someone like, say, I don't know, Doug Williams get fired, okay? But then here's what I would do. I would have taken someone like Bischoff, have him come out and say, okay, you fired Doug Williams, but guess what, EV 2.0, fuck you, I'm firing Sabu. I would have done that. That would have made more logical sense. Fire someone from Fortune, but screw over EV2 by firing someone like Sabu. Okay? That's what I would have done. That's what I would have done. That would have put a dent. Not a major dent, but a dent, if you will, in Immortals and Fortune. It would have done that. The same thing, I mean, another match would have been Abyss and the Pope. I would have had, basically, the Pope have a backup congregation, a backup plan. Not have him look like a complete idiot. Alright? I would have had him give a backup plan, and just in case his congregation would turn on him. I would have done that, and that would have allowed Pope to get the win over Abyss. That would have put another dent, maybe a bigger dent. You get what I'm saying? I would have taken maybe 2 or 3 matches, maybe 2 or 3 at least, and put some dents in them to make it more balanced out. That's what I would have done. Now, as far as this whole Nexus thing goes, instead of having John Cena as part of the group, here's what I would have done. I would have had the stipulation in Hell in a Cell to where if Wade Barrett won, then he and Nexus would be the new faces. They would be the new franchise player. All the attention would be put on them and taken away from people like Cena and Orton. That's what I would have done. Made more sense than repeating the same old shit we'd seen with JBL, HBK, DiBiase, and Virgil. It would have made more sense. To me, I could be wrong. But like I said, that's what I would have done. That's just me. That's what I would have done if I was in charge. Because in a way, it makes more sense. And here's what I would also do down the line, and maybe, I pray to God TNA and Vince Russo are thinking about this, I would have Jeff Hardy down the line start to get so out of control that not even the Immortals and Fortune would know what to do. I would have had him so out of control that even the Immortals and Fortune would be like, oh shit, we've created a monster, We need to stop him, because I would start having him go completely out of control, is what I would do. That's what I would do. Okay? And maybe Vince Russo and TNA are thinking about doing that, but that's what I would do. You know, there are rumors going around that in WWE that they're thinking of putting the titles, or the titles, Raw Championships specifically, including the rest of the Raw Championships, on Nexus. Exactly how are you supposed to do that? When there's the thought that one of your guys could be gone after this week out of your group? How are you going to do that? You can't. But, you know, those are just my thoughts on what's wrong with this business, okay? In this two-part video. Those are just my thoughts on it. You got any comments? Leave them down below. Let me know what you guys think. In fact, if you want to do a video response to this, I'm asking you, do one. Tell me what you think's wrong with the business. Am I right about some of the things I talked about? Let me know. Respond to these two videos. Let me know about it. And I'll talk to y'all later.